joining me now to discuss Young Americans for Liberty with Kristin Tate. She's also the author of The Liberal Invasion of Red State America. You know, Kristin, I had a buddy, this guy is one of my oldest friends. I've known him 45 years. He just moved to Atlanta in December. He did not have a job waiting for him. He just sensed that there's going to be better opportunities, and he's not looking for a $15 minimum wage job. He thinks he's going to get something better. So this whole farce that $15 minimum wage is some kind of panacea that will lift all tides and make the country united and all this stuff, I just think it's an excuse not to do the real work.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, it's exactly these big government left-wing policies that have fueled this massive blue state exodus. And it's not just people leaving the blue states, it's corporations as well. And they're going to the red states like Texas, Florida, Ohio. And I think this trend is just going to accelerate, Charles. I mean, corporations are basically just people and equipment. These are commodities that are easily transferable to more business-friendly environments. I mean, these blue state mayors and governors, they've shown that with a stroke of a pen, they can just shut down your business overnight. Capital and talent will naturally go to the places where they can flourish and grow. And that's why we're seeing, for example, Silicon Valley hollow out. HP and Oracle are leaving California for Texas. And then New York City, it's slowly losing its financial sector. I mean, over the last few years, JP Morgan has moved thousands of its high-paying jobs out of the state. So this will just continue, and it proves that big government policies like minimum wage do not lead to growth or prosperity.
And you know, listen, you talked about this, you pointed it out in your book. Still, when folks are leaving these states where they couldn't make it, and they go to these other states, they turn them from blue to purple, from red to purple, and then maybe blue. I got to tell you something. The first half of my childhood, Kristin, I was an Army brat, so we moved every single year. And when we lived in Texas, in school, you know, we had to learn how to square dance. In the cafeteria, they served rabbit. It was all Texas stuff, you know what I mean? So how do these red states preserve their identities, right? They're being overwhelmed by people from these blue states, and they're bringing everything with them. And I feel like some of these states aren't going to be what they were, not just politically, but in general.
You're so right. And that's why I tell native red staters all the time, you've got to reach out to your new neighbors and explain to them why these states are growing and prospering, why these states are so much more pleasant to live in, why the states are where the jobs are. It's not by coincidence. If Republicans lose a state like Texas, it's all over for Republicans. And while Democrats didn't get that blue wave they were hoping for in November, we did see Democrats start to close the gap with Republicans in a lot of Texas's biggest suburban areas, which are those places absorbing all these blue state expats. So Republicans need to reach out to their new neighbors.
All right. Hey, by the way, I still remember promenade, do-si-do, bow to your partner. I remember some of that stuff from 5th grade. All right, Kristin, I'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Charles.
Hey, now